Severe Weather Awareness Week in Minnesota. Ken's here. We're going to talk a little bit more about some of the terms that you've probably heard for years, and this may be something you already know, but it's good to go over some of these things, and we'll break that down in a sec. And I'm saying this not even in a joking way. You have been doing this for a long time.
Almost 40 years.
40 years.
Together, 30 here in the
And your first job was?
In Bangor, Maine.
Bangor, Maine.
Yep, first TV job was in Bangor, Maine.
And before that, you were doing weather forecasts for ships?
Ships, ocean liners, found stuff, radio stations around the country. That was right out of college. They put me in charge of an ocean liner.
That's so crazy to me to think that.
You know, they take what are the semi trucks, the loads. They take the actual trailers off and put them on ships and send them across the oceans, and that's what I used to forecast for at first. So I've been around a while.
Did you ever give bad forecasts?
Oh yes, not enough to cause any damage. But,
Thank goodness.
You know, when you go for waves of 20 to 30 feet out in the open Atlantic, that's pretty big for us, but for them, 50 to 60 feet is big. Are big waves for them. So when I used to say waves could get to 20 to 30 feet, yeah, and then what? It's like,
right, and you were young, and you didn't quite know. So then you evolved, and you got better, and you got better at your craft, and you've been in the Twin Cities doing the weather for a long time, so you know what's going on here.
30 years now.
And I think it's important to let everybody know that you've got this kind of experience, and it's helpful because when we talk about severe thunderstorm season, tell us about a watch.
A watch.
Specifically, what does a watch mean? We
can say a couple of things about a watch. Is all the ingredients are there to produce a thunderstorm which may be severe, which could cause 60-mile-an-hour winds or stronger, large hail, and torrential downpours, all the stuff that comes with severe weather. They haven't come together yet, but we have all the ingredients. We can make it kind of akin to a cookie recipe. You have the flour, you have the sugar, you have the chocolate chips. They're all in different bowls right now. Once they get put in that one bowl, then they all come together, and that's when a warning is issued.
So when someone is watching television or listening to the radio and they hear you come on and say, thunderstorm warning, what does that mean?
That means whatever county is in, it's imminently happening or it's going to happen very soon. So it means that one has been observed, a severe storm, either on radar or by one of our sky watchers, and they've reported hail or damaging winds, and you can expect that. If your town is listed when your county alert comes out, that's when the severe warning comes out. Again, that's when all the ingredients come together in one bowl. A lot of times we get watches and nothing happens, nothing materializes because they don't all come together. But when they do come together, we know here in Minnesota, we average 46 tornadoes a year. You can get tornadoes from severe thunderstorms.
And warnings are when you go to the lowest part of your house. You go to the basement.
You don't go stand on your porch.
And take videos. We don't want to know the Minnesota moment right then. You go to the lowest level of your home. Stay away from, like, if you have a piano on the upper level, don't get under that because if the tornado should take that floor away, you're protected, but then the piano could come down on you. So kind of get away from where there are things weighted above you, like the refrigerator and stuff. Get away from those. Try to find a spot like that, lowest level, put as many walls between you and the exterior of your home. So in other words, get to the lowest level, inner room, and that's the safest place to be. You can be under a staircase in the basement. You can be in a bathroom if you have one in the basement. That's really good because there's pipes in there that can make it a little bit more secure and structured.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah, and the lowest level is the safest because the foundation's there, made of concrete. The rest of the house is pretty much wood. So you want to get out of that and get into the basement.
If you don't have a basement, you go to the bathtub?
Yes, you go into you can get an interior bathroom, get away from the windows, go to the interior room, preferably a bathroom because it's smaller in area, it's less likely to be hit by the stronger winds. And as I already mentioned, there's plumbing in there that can help with the walls as well. And one final thing is if you think about it and you have a bathtub that's anchored to the ground, lay in the bathtub. And if you have an extra mattress or blanket, put it over you because the sides of the tub could actually protect you more from flying debris. Yeah.
Okay, so we just saw this video this morning out of southern Illinois where a family was driving in a car when their car was hit by lightning.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about what to do if you're in your car listening on the radio and hear a watch or a warning. I mean, do you pull over? Do you get under an overpass?
You don't get under an overpass. People did that years ago, and it became kind of the thing for a while, but it's very dangerous because something called the Bernoulli effect, where the wind comes channeling in and gets stronger, that could happen and does happen under underpasses when there's really strong wind. So it actually is kind of like a wind tunnel underneath there, so you don't want to go under there. What you do in a watch, you can keep going. You keep driving. It's only a watch. It means we're watching just in case. You can keep going to wherever you're going. Just keep in mind if you're going to an open field, if you're going to watch a soccer game, the kids have a baseball game, make sure you have some way to stay in touch. Make sure you have a radio or some other communication device, your phone on for alerts, just in case a warning is issued, because if that's issued, you want to get off the fields immediately and head for a structure that's, pretty good shelter. Don't head for a tent or a shed in the backyard. That's not going to help you. Head into the home because that's the best place to be.
So we talked about watches versus warnings. The same thing kind of goes with tornadoes, watches versus warnings. Warning is when you have a tornado. We just put that graphic up a second ago, showing the months where we start to see increased activity, and we're getting to that point.
Yeah, we've had tornadoes in almost every month.
Yep.
We had one in February. We've had one in March. We've had many in March. There was an outbreak back in 2010. We had 110 tornadoes in 1 month instead of the average of 40 or so. So there have been times where there have been many more. There have times when there have been many fewer. But the prime time, May, June, July into August. So those are the 4 months that are the most prime for tornadoes here in the upper Midwest. And there's the chart. Again, with July being the busiest month there and June being the busiest times of the year for tornadoes here in Minnesota.
Peak summer when everyone's outside.
Peak summer when
on
everyone's
their
outside,
boats,
yes.
on the lakes.
And the rule of thumb is if you're out on a field and you're a coach and you hear thunder, leave the field. That's what you should do, because thunder is caused by lightning. Lightning heats up the air really fast like popcorn, and it makes a pop. And we hear it as a rumble on the ground. So there's been lightning already when you hear thunder. Don't wait to see the lightning. It's already happened. If you hear thunder, it's already lightning. So get off the field, get inside.
Is it true when you hear thunder and then you do counts, like however many seconds away is how far away the storm is, kind of a deal?
Yeah, you can count to 5, and that would be about 5 miles away or so, because speed travels at most. It's kind of. Yes, you're right.
Yes, okay. Because I know a lot of people do that, and they're like, "Oh, it's still it's still far away enough away that I can sit on my porch and watch it."
But there can still be lightning, even if the storm's
thunder.
the core of the storm itself is quite a ways away. Right?
And there's out of the blue lightning, which happens sometimes. I've read of a place in Colorado that had them right outside of Denver, 30 miles away from a thunderstorm. There's a lightning strike. So just because it's not thundering doesn't mean there can't be lightning. You may have the first lightning of the storm. So if it looks threatening, it's getting blackout or looking greenish, if you get that from the hail that's in there, get inside and take shelter.
Good reminder.
I don't, this is going to be a question that probably doesn't really have an answer, but I've been hearing a lot of people the last several years like, oh, it doesn't thunderstorm anymore. It doesn't. Is there anything to that, or is that just people's perception?
I think because everything is spread out. It comes in cycles, thunderstorms. Like 2010 was our busiest year. We had over 100 tornadoes in.
Was that the North Minneapolis tornado?
Yeah, in June we had 100 tornadoes. For the year, we had, I don't even know how many. There were hundreds of them at the end of the year. So there are months where they are higher. There are some months where we don't. I mean, it's been very quiet the past severe weather season.
And we've had drought a couple of years too.
And the drought doesn't help severe weather because you want moisture around to then be drawn up into the thunderstorms. That's when the Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of America, whatever you want to call it, that's when that opens up and gives us all the fuel we need for thunderstorms. We're part of that system. Oh, and if you're in a car and there's a warning, what you want to do is try to drive to a structure. If it's pouring really bad, get to a safe spot to pull over. Turn off your engine, but put on your flashers so people know that you're pulled over. That's the safest place to be. The frame, it's not the tires that save you in a car. It's actually the metal frame around you, because the lightning hits that and then disperses it all around the metal frame and then eventually into the tires and out. So it's the metal frame that actually saves you. That's why those people didn't get hurt. Yeah.
The car was fried. The electronics in the car were fried.
Correct, which is what's going to happen. And the tires probably blew out from all the heat. Also, I want to say that people that are hit by lightning, 90% of them survive. So we hear about the horrible stories, and there are some, but 90% of people hit by lightning actually live to talk about it.
Valuable information, Ken. Thank you. Be sure to watch our severe weather guide from Minnesota's Weather Authority. It's airing Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. right here on 5 Eyewitness News. Our team wants to make sure that you're prepared for whatever Mother Nature has in store this spring.